Hi, my name is Brina and I play video games for fun. Since this is my first video on this channel, I wanted to give a brief intro to myself and the way I think about video games. The most important part of that is that my focus here will be on playing for fun. Not that there's anything wrong with competitive or professional play, just that isn't the focus here. Now, fun is a very subjective idea, so what makes a game fun will vary from person to person, and sometimes also from game to game. What makes a game fun for me can be a combination of a lot of different things, but the core of it is based on my interests and my background. My first introduction to video games as a kid was on my cousin's original Nintendo Entertainment System in the 80s, which introduced me to console gaming. The first device my family owned that could play computer games was what I believe was a used Texas Instruments 99-4A home computer, which introduced my sisters and I to PC gaming with classic titles like Space Invaders copy TI Invaders and the maze adventure game Hunt the Wumpus. I later received a second-hand Super NES of my own, which was also foundational. These early experiences sparked a lifelong interest in many aspects of gaming and gaming experiences, and laid the foundation for my love of retro games and the importance I place on gameplay. Growing up, the systems my sisters and I had access to were often a bit outdated, but we still had a lot of fun playing them. So I don't necessarily care too much if something is leading edge and new, and I'm more likely to play something that's been around a while where I enjoy the gameplay or mechanics, or something about the game experience. Titles like Hunt the Wumpus from Texas Instruments, and some of the early Nintendo Entertainment System games also established a love of experiences that can surprise the player and may be difficult. Games like Super Mario World and my first RPGs helped instill a love of exploration and discovery within a game's world. Those early events also helped clarify for me from a young age that the experiences I have playing are much more important to my enjoyment than winning or being competitive. Not that there's anything wrong with more goal-directed play. It can also be fun to win. My parents also limited our screen time as kids as well as our TV watching because they wanted us to learn to play creatively outside the worlds of media, which has remained an important concept to me even as an adult. This has influenced my gaming habits in that I particularly prize games that have a creative aspect to them, and games that reward or even just allow approaching the game in different ways. It's this aspect of gameplay that keeps me coming back to games like Minecraft and the Elder Scrolls series for PC. I love the way improvements in technology have spread access to computer, console, and video games to a lot more people than had those opportunities when I was a kid, and I may be exploring some smartphone games as well. The focus my family had on creative play and varied activities still influences me today. I love my computer, console, and phone games, but I also love to get out and play in the physical world sometimes. My education is design related, and I have done a lot of work as an artist, so art style, visuals, and game design can also come into what makes a game enjoyable to me. Often I just enjoy looking at good-looking things. Sometimes I will pick up a game and try it out just because I like the way it looks, and I often find myself focusing on exploring the world a game presents as much as, or in some cases more than, pursuing the game's predetermined tasks. At the end of the day, I feel like each person should play games in the way that brings them the most enjoyment and relaxation, and the games I enjoy and the aspects of them I enjoy are what I want to explore here. So welcome to Brina Plays for Fun, and I hope you have fun too.